Hi there. Welcome to the Small Business Coffee Break, the video series where we take a few minutes to work on your business, not just in it. Today we ask Felipe Isaza about what is the difference between a cybersecurity expert and regular IT support techs. Felipe is an author and CEO of Function Inc., a managed IT and cybersecurity firm right here in South Florida, and he is passionate about helping protect small businesses from cyber threats. So grab a cup of coffee and let's get into it. So as I'm hearing it, so my regular IT guy might be able to be, or my regular IT person might be able to assist me with like, hey, getting it all together, understanding how the network is going to work as far as trying to make my day-to-day operations work, right? So making my voice over IP work, or connecting to my cloud-based systems, or how to work remotely. But if I really want to talk about a conversation about safeguarding all of this, there needs to be either a deeper level or a dual expertise of some sort.
There's got to be a deeper level of a security expert or an approach, because it's not only getting granular on that. It's about how you recover, incident response plans, disaster recovery plans. These people, the IT persons or IT companies, they're not informed of that. So everyone, the way we approach it is that everyone is going to get hacked. It's just how well you recover at the end of it.
Well, I think I've been reading a little bit about that also, about the concept today isn't so much prevention as it is managing. So think Toy Story. That's not flying; it's falling with style.
Yeah.
But that there's an idea that, hey, you can prevent a certain amount of things, but if they want in,
yes, they're in.
They're in.
And I think just to touch on that too, because small, medium, and big corporations, there's no one size fit the bill approach. Like there's no one blanket approach in terms of cybersecurity. Because there does exist as like overkill on cyber, right? So cyber is approached in a layered fashion. So firewall, MFA, AV, and SOC agents and stuff like that. And if you don't use the right tools or continue monitoring that, the business can have a loss of productivity as well. So what we're noticing a lot is that the more tools are needed, but the more tools you put on a computer, it's going to slow it down. Now, if you have archaic computers, very old systems that just can't support that or is not processing it fast enough, then you got a bigger problem as well, or another problem, right? So you're fighting cyber and loss of productivity.
So what I'm hearing is from for all intents and purposes, real value behind a cybersecurity firm is that the small business owner can get back to whatever it is that they do for a living.
Right.
They can concentrate on doing the task that's their revenue generating,
sales,
whatever that is, right? While not having to have the burden of keeping all of that necessary data top of mind, because you're offsetting some of that to a firm that can assist you with being aware of maybe relevant patches that need to happen.
Right.
Talk about conversation, how to take archaic software that may be unsafe because it's old, I guess, and moving into something newer. What does that look like with training with your employees? How to make that transition smoother? I mean, there's just so much detail that goes in there that a cybersecurity firm can help ease some of that.
Right. No, absolutely, I agree. And the exploits that happen like constantly. The threat landscape is just getting bigger. So I mean, this last week there was a log4j exploit on the logging API for Java, and a lot of companies suffered from that breach. So it's staying ahead of that and trying to implement certain things that will prevent or help reduce the risk.
Let's keep the cyber conversation going. If you have any questions for Felipe, ask him in the comments, or I put his contact information in the description. If you have any questions you'd like me to ask Felipe or any other professional in their field, my contact information is also in the description, and I'm always available through a direct message. See you next week for another cup of coffee and more questions answered.